Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Workers and Resources Soviet Republic People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture 214. Tourism. I went to the workshop and I found something that looked a bit interesting to build, maybe. See how it looks in the game, but it looked quite impressive from the screenshots. We'll see. I also reorganized the airport here a little bit. I think it is a bit more efficient now, since for the big planes they have a dedicated runway, you could almost say, and they can't really cross with the smaller planes. Well, this is a smaller plane that has decided that it's going to use the one that is dedicated for larger planes. Yeah, well, such is it. Also, sometimes, but since since planes are not crossing each other's paths to the same extent as they were before, when they were transferring over to the second runway over the first one and so on, they don't have to do that anymore. I think it is running a bit more smoothly now. And how many tourists do we have in the nation? 904. Okay. Yes. So, what was this thing that you found? It was a restaurant. Or it works as a restaurant. Or a shop. I suppose you have to go and look for it here to find it. Yes, the Space Needle. Yeah, damn, that's tall. Hello. Yeah, we definitely want this. 300 tons of concrete, 1,630 workers. That sound like a whole lot. It's a bit on the cheap side to build, but this ought to offer quite a view from up there, I'd say. I think this restaurant maybe should be a little bit more expensive than this so-called panorama restaurant. What do you get up here if not a panorama? TU-144. One passenger on board is totally worth it to have this. You want culture, yeah. You got on the airplane to go to the opera house, since you don't own a radio. Very good for you. You'll get amazed by the culture that we have. Still a real shame that the tourists never make it down there, but they're not interested in culture. They aren't very cultured, it seems. At least not nice culture. They watch television in the hotel room, and that satisfies their cultural demand. I say, watching television station. Should we turn up the speed so we might stand a chance of seeing this finished this evening? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I did. You just did. Okay, fine then. If we look here, for example, we have a trip score of 3.0 from both the Soviet and the Westerners, Sovieterners and the Westerners. 20 tourists from the Soviets died and 22 from the West died. 16,000 intended to enter and 9,397 actually entered. From the West, okay. But it was this year that we were screwing around a bit with yeah, you can say when I was screwing around with the airport. And then we also had a few tourists who ended the trip prematurely because they sat around on the airplane, I think, and just wonder what the hell is going on here. Nothing. Oh, how much money do we get from the tourists in, say, last year and until today? 300 million rubles and $9.5 million. No, that's in total. But What have I made more? 344 million rubles, $121 million. $121 million? Let's see, what is that on par with for... And that's more than we make from the exporting iron and steel put together. Okay then. Oil products, petroleum products are still though pretty much in the lead, since 1.5 billion for raw petroleum, 4 billion for fuel, and another 4 billion and a bit for bitumen. Pretty good. And what are we buying? Yeah, we're buying electronics because it's impossible to get self-sufficient on electronics, as it turns out. So we have to import that, and the way the mechanic is now, that there just doesn't seem to be a bottom on how difficult it gets to make electronics. I'm fine with importing it. But 282 million is expensive. That's what I have. We don't need to care. Have enough money. Yeah, we do. I could maybe be importing like electrical components instead of finished electronics and so on. That could maybe be worthwhile. We'd only have to buy the electrical components, and we could use our own plastic and stuff to put it together to make a radio or television. Yeah, we could, but are we going to? Nah. 3.7 tons of gravel is on the work site, and now you have brought workers for doing. There you go. Now you're waiting for 2.5 tons of asphalt. It's really annoying when you want this fancy road. It takes very long time. Look at all these tourists walking about the place though. Where are they all going? If it weren't for all these trees, we might be able to see a little bit easier. Ferris wheel seems popular. Side tower, not that popular. Restaurant is really popular. Yes, because it is so goddamn expensive to eat at the hotel. But soon we'll have a soon we'll have a second restaurant, and then people won't have to wait for service. That said though, we'd never have any tourists that are without food and such, so it's okay. I have to stand around waiting for a while, but then you're on vacation, so what does it matter to you? And now you have gotten a table, and now you're back at the hotel. And you're getting, you got 100% of your culture demand, you continue watching television, and now you want to do sports. But you're going to, you're shopping at the restaurant again. Want more food? Watching television, I don't quite understand this. Now you're going to the sauna, to the bus too, but now you're back at the hotel watching television. What the hell is this? Whatever. And now you're eating at the hotel, okay? Now you're walking to, or you are at the shopping mall, and you got yourself a bit of electronics, watching television again, and so on it goes. Is anyone? Two visitors at the Autodrome. No one at the surprise carousel. Oh. And if you give the tickets away for this, they're not interested. Cafe view with view bar, bit. Beer is a whole lot cheaper there than at the hotel. is to encourage them to get out and about a bit. You're from the Soviet countries and you're up to religious stuff. Is that really allowed for you? No, religion is opium for the people, for the masses, or however you put it. This is looking promising, right? But there it grinds to a halt because now they need to bring a tiny amount of gravel, a tiny amount of steel, a tiny amount of electrical components, and 5 work days to finish the street lighting. Problem is just that these workers who are here now, they will not be around when these resources arrive. So they have to first, these three vehicles will arrive with the resources, and then the construction office might send a bus with more workers. Then the road will be finished. But your shift is you're a bit more than halfway through your shift. There's no way that you'll still be around when stuff arrives. There we have the steel, there we have the electrical components, and there the gravel is on its way to being loaded. How much gravel? 420 kilograms. Okay. Electronics 10.53. Vladimir Filipovich, do you know how expensive and difficult it is to make this stuff? Do you really need that much? Your average productivity is only 81%. Terrible. But you still haven't sent the bus, and now you don't have any workers. Do you need to get the gravel on the site before you realize that, I need to send workers too for anything to happen here? It could be. It's going to be a while. 900 kilograms of gravel bringing, but only 420 tons is needed. What are you going to do with the rest? Just throw it around here. Now you have the resources on site, and now you'll send a bus. Yes, finally. Police, do you have anything to do here? It's a police car. No cases. 51 workers, maybe a bit overkill for what it is you're doing. It was 5 work days to finish this. Okay, whatever. I'm sure you know what you're doing, game. Or not. There's no staff for the Republic Theatre for some reason. Wonder if that also means that there is no staff for other things. And wait a minute here, why isn't there any cable cars? Why, what? What's going on here? I don't know, no sellers. I think that's going to be quite problematic. What the hell has happened? Yes, it's happiness is too low. I'd imagine so. Something has broken here. Stop cableway, start cableway. Where are the cabins? What's going on? It's broken. But it's imperative that this is working, because without it we don't get any workers in these in the shop primarily. Cabins in the station, none anywhere, and 46 cabins on the track, on the cable, it says. Although it doesn't quite seem to be the case, because nothing's happening here. Huh. But this is no good. This is a catastrophe waiting to happen. Slow it down a bit and try and figure out what the hell we can do about this. Because none of the people living around here now is able to get food or meat or anything. Thanks to this. What the... Yeah, citizens' happiness is too low. What has happened here? Seriously, they're gone. Cabins are gone. I don't understand. It's not like one of these have burnt down or something. No, they don't burn down this. Right, no. The cable engine is running. Cabin speed 10 meters a second. 46 cabins on the track, but none showing. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? I'm going to do a little bit of a reload, I think. Save. If that does it, maybe even a restart of the game completely. Yes, we'll do a quit to Windows. This is worrying. What's going on? You can't just quit or disappear my cable cars. They are important. Especially these. All of them are important, in fact. Yes. There we go. It didn't make a difference. Okay, what if we buy more? Now they're going, okay. And they have workers on board. Maximum is now 82. Oh, okay, well this at least, yeah, we'll just buy as many as we can then. There you go. We were supposed to be building the Space Needle. The road is finished to it, but now we have a little bit of a crisis on our hands here. Quite a bad one at that. No shoppers. or no sellers rather, and therefore no shoppers needed. Neither. Crap. Satiation is down to 71% here. Happiness is down to 54. We turn on, say, get the overlay out for happiness. Citizen living preferences and happiness. Here they are still reasonably happy, 88%, 82%, but this 58, 66, 50, 51, 41. These people are starting to leave and they are not doing well. Oh, they're even getting sick due to lack of food, I'd imagine. And here, yeah, these people are also not doing so well. They're doing awful. Their cable car has not screwed up though, and now we have sellers in the shop and buyers too. Huh. I don't know what happened there. What happened there? What in the actual thing actually happened? Yeah, I don't know. But there will be no Space Needle. There is no way that we're going to finish this, but we can start construction on it. There we go. Construction of the Space Needle is now beginning. Gravel and concrete work for the groundworks. Right then. This is going to be a bit sad actually. Because the productivity and such takes quite a hit when stuff like this happens. Where is the town hall? Do I even have one? I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, it's right here. Average productivity 83%, happiness is not great. Scheiße. That was not my fault. Something happened to the cable cars or the cabins on the cable car. They just disappeared. For some unknown reason. Now, are you taking? No. Just wanted to check that people were not taking this cable car down here to shop at the Valley people's shop, because that's only for the Valley people. Okay, that's unfortunate, although we have bottomed out, I think, 46%. 49. If you click the building, it says 49, and in the overlay it says 46. Reliable numbers. Confidence inspiring numbers. These. You see, the airport is much more efficient now. Two tourists were not able to participate in any sports. One tourist was unable to get electronics. What? You maybe you couldn't afford electronics? Something else. And now we'll have severely limited capacity. We will have guests without service, and trip rating will take a hit. Everything will take a hit from this now. Damn it. Yeah, such as it. That was 214 of 214 of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. Thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And as usual, I wish you as good a night as you can possibly have under your particular circumstances. Good night.